Welcome to Magical English Stories. Today, our new adventure begins with Max. Please listen, like, and subscribe. Max is a small gray cat. He has bright, curious eyes. He wears a blue scarf. The silver ticket glowed. It showed a moon path. Max followed the soft light. Dawn touched the sky. The balloon basket rocked. Max held the edge. A gentle wind blew. Clouds opened like doors. The moon library shimmered ahead. A gate of silver stood. Stars hung like bells. Max rang the bell. The gate whispered open. Cool light flowed in. Max stepped with care. A moon owl greeted him. "Welcome, traveler," it said. "Be brave and kind." Max nodded softly. His scarf fluttered. His heart felt steady. Books floated in rows. Their pages shone softly. They hummed like bees. A book fox trotted near. It wore tiny glasses. "Need help?" it asked. "I seek moon wisdom," Max said. "Show me safe ways." The fox bowed. They walked between shelves. Titles twinkled and winked. Dust sparkled like snow. A ladder slid down. It squeaked a little. Max climbed slowly. A shadow hand grabbed. The rung shook hard. Max pulled away fast. He hugged the ladder. He breathed in slowly. The hand faded. Max reached a high shelf. A thin book glowed. It warmed his paws. He opened the book. A map of trials shone. 3 paths flashed. The first path quivered. Wind Cave was written. The letters danced. Max chose that path. The book fox nodded. "I will guide you." They reached a moon door. Wind sang behind it. The door sighed. Inside was a blue cave. Air swirled in rings. Loose stones rattled. A gust stole his scarf. It flew like a bird. Max ran after it. A bat glided down. "I can help," it chirped. "Hold my wing," Max held gently. They swooped upward. He caught the scarf. "Thank you, friend," Max said. The bat bowed. It vanished smiling. The wind howled louder. Dust made circles. Max squinted hard. He saw rope hoops. They hung from spikes. He swung between them. One hoop broke suddenly. Max dropped fast. He grabbed another. He dangled and kicked. He swung to a ledge. He crawled up. A wind sprite hissed. It blew a sharp blast. Max wobbled badly. He ducked behind rocks. He waited for silence. The blast passed. He filled a pouch. He scooped heavy sand. He tied it tight. He hooked the pouch. He made a wind anchor. The gust slowed. The cave grew quiet. The air grew soft. A door opened. Moonlight filled the exit. The book fox clapped. "You solved it." Back in the library, bells chimed. The second path flashed. Mirror maze glimmered. Max stepped inside. The floor shone bright. His paws clicked lightly. Walls reflected his face. 10 Maxes blinked. Their scarves swayed. A mean mirror, Max hissed. "Go back, scared cat." Its eyes burned. Max stood tall. "I am brave." He touched his scarf. He remembered kind friends. He remembered careful breaths. He smiled gently. The mean mirror shrank. It cracked like ice. It faded away. The maze changed shape. Paths slid sideways. Signs spun fast. Max closed his eyes. He listened to steps. He felt the air. Warm wind meant right. Cold wind meant wrong. He moved calmly. A bell chimed ahead. The sound was soft. Max followed steadily. A mirror guard appeared. It blocked the way. Password, it growled. Max thought of the owl. He remembered starlight. He whispered it. The guard bowed slowly. The path cleared. Max walked through. He reached the core. A small mirror waited. It showed his heart. He saw courage inside. He saw gentle care. He saw steady pause. The mirror softened. It turned to mist. A door appeared. Back in the hall, lights danced. The third path pulsed. Lunar bridge glowed. Max stepped onto it. The bridge was thin. Stars shone below. Shadow imps crawled out. They had sharp smiles. They clicked their nails. One imp tugged ropes. Another jabbed holes. They cackled softly. Max kept his voice calm. Please stop that. He held up cookies. The imps sniffed. They grabbed at crumbs. They slipped and skittered. Max tossed a rope. He looped a railing. He steadied the basket. An imp lunged close. It reached his scarf. Max stepped aside. He placed a bell. He rang it once. The sound was pure. The imps froze still. Their eyes widened. They backed away. Play fair, Max said. Help, and I help. He shared tiny crumbs. The imps nodded slowly. They tied loose ropes. They patched small holes. The bridge brightened. A moon seal formed. The way was safe. At the end, a librarian stood. She wore star threads. Her eyes were kind. You passed the trials, she said. You listened and learned. She smiled. She gave a moon card. It held soft light. It warmed Max's paws. Ask your question, she said. Speak with courage. Her voice hummed. How do I travel safely? Max asked. How do I help friends? He waited. Balance your fire, she said. Share your light. Guard your calm. She pointed to a chart. Storm signs glowed. Safe signs shone. Max copied the chart. He traced the marks. He thanked her gently. Drums boomed outside. The shelves trembled. A horn wailed. Sky thieves are near, she warned. They hunt bright things. Keep low. Max blew out the burner. He hid the light. He crouched down. Claw shapes passed by. They sniffed and grunted. Then they drifted away. The librarian sighed softly. You must go. The garden calls. Hurry now. She opened a hidden stair. It spiraled downward. It smelled like rain. At the bottom, doors waited. Vines wrapped the frame. Pumpkins glowed softly. A crow with a hat cawed. Tickets, traveler. Its eyes were gold. Max showed the moon card. He placed it down. The vines uncurled. Welcome, little flyer, the crow said. Gardens are strange tonight. Walk with care. They entered a mist lane. Masks hung on trees. Lanterns winked slowly. Shadow cats prowled near. They eyed his scarf. Max stepped steady. He offered spare ribbon. For friendship, he said. The cats relaxed. A pumpkin cart rolled by. It creaked and groaned. A wheel cracked. Max wedged a stone. He wrapped the axle. He tied it firm. The cart rolled again. The driver cheered. Smart paws, friend. A candy mist drifted. It smelled like spice. Max sneezed twice. A goblin blocked the road. It rattled tin bones. Pay with fear. Max stood tall. I have come. He breathed in slowly. He rang the small bell. The tone was warm. The goblin faded. A bridge of vines shook. Bats slept under it. A plank snapped. Max lay flat. He spread his weight. He inched across. The crow flew circles. Keep left, it cawed. The knots hold. Max reached the end. He fixed 2 knots. The bridge grew steady. A scarecrow pointed left. Its hat turned slowly. Storm that way. They went right instead. The mist turned blue. A safe path showed. Children of leaves giggled. They tossed glowing seeds. Grow light, they said. Max planted a seed. It popped and shone. It lit the track. A wolf of smoke prowled. It howled without sound. It bared soft fangs. Max drew a circle. He set a seed. The smoke stopped. Kind light, the crow said. Dark like borders. You helped well. A broken sign leaned. Letters were scratched. Garden heart, maybe. Max cleaned the sign. He wrote neat words. Garden heart! They found a thorn gate. Thorns clicked softly. The lock looked mean. Max used ribbon. He made a gentle bow. The lock relaxed. The gate swung open. Fireflies rose up. They drew bright paths. A brass clock tree chimed. It counted slow beats. Leaves flicked like hands. Max checked his chart. Storm signs were gone. Safe signs glowed. A rust bucket rattled. A gremlin pushed it. It eats scarves, it hissed. Max hid his scarf. He covered it well. He walked around. The gremlin sniffed. It licked rusty lips. It scurried away. A child ghost peeked out. It wore a tiny cape. It waved shyly. Max waved back kindly. Want a cookie? He asked. The ghost nodded. They shared a bite. The ghost giggled. It drifted beside them. A bell tower loomed. Bats circled slowly. Doors creaked open. Inside, ropes dangled down. Dust danced in light. The air felt cold. Max climbed a rope. His paws stayed sure. He reached a lever. He pulled it gently. Lanterns flared warm. The chill went away. A shadow thief hissed. It reached for light. It missed and fled. Max sealed a window. He tied a firm knot. The drafts calmed. They left the tower. Moon pumpkins lined steps. The path turned gold. A band of bone birds marched. They tapped tiny drums. Their beat was silly. Max marched along playfully. He kept a steady pace. The birds cheered. They arrived at Garden Heart. A crystal tree grew. It hummed gently. The tree tested Max. Vines curled like questions. Show brave kindness. Max placed his bell. He placed his chart. He placed a cookie. The tree smiled in light. Its branches lowered. A token dropped. The token showed a leaf. It glowed orange. Letters read safe ways. A thorn witch appeared. She snapped her fingers. Leave the token. Max stood firm. I earned this. He spoke calmly. The witch shot thorns. They whistled by. Max ducked quick. The crow pecked thorns. The ghost blocked too. Friends stood strong. Max tossed a ribbon. It tied the thorns. He stepped forward. He rang the bell. The tone was gentle. The witch froze. "Kind power," Max said. "Not sharp fear." He lowered his paw. The witch sighed slowly. She shrank to a weed. The wind carried her. The crystal tree brightened. Fireflies made a crown. It rested on Max. A path opened onward. Pumpkins lit both sides. The air smelled sweet. "Time to go," the crow said. "Storms sleep now. Walk with hope." They reached a high arch. Banners waved softly. A sign read "Hollow Garden." Music drifted lightly. Laughter mixed with wind. Lanterns bobbed gently. Max smiled wide. His scarf fluttered. His paws felt ready. "Thank you for watching," he said. "Please like and subscribe. More magic is coming." The sky garden shimmered beyond the arch. Glowing pumpkins lined the path, and strange music filled the air. Max whispered, "Is this the Halloween garden everyone talks about?" His heart raced as the golden doors slowly opened.